Hello, I'm the CommanderZander. I remember it so that a sound critic doesn't have to. And neither should you. Jon Stewart. What do we make of this character? He's funny, he's smart, but above all, he's a lasting impact. And that is what I'm devoting this editorial to. Namely because I can't find a review to do of a movie. Which, by the way, if you have any suggestions, post in the comment section or tweet to me. I'm like desperate. Just not before August. I've got August covered. But today we're going to talk about Jon Stewart and the impact that he has made. Why do I bring this up? Because just recently, one of the 9/11 first responders, Luis Alvarez, sadly passed away due to his never-ending battle with cancer as a result of infuming those smokes and the gas, well, not gas, but the smoke from 9/11 after what had happened. He breathed it, he suffered long-term wise, and finally succumb to it. And it's unfortunate to see people like this die. We have now had more people die from the 9/11 first responders responding to the attacks than those who actually did die that day. And Jon Stewart, this carries him by heart. But the reason why I bring the part of that up is because of the impact he has made on the world. You might remember that he was the longtime host of The Daily Show, but even he had failures beforehand. A brief stint on some show, I can't even remember the name off the top of my head, on Comedy Central. Then he had his own show on MTV, got canned, and he was in the running to replace some big names on the big public networks. Well, not public, but the big networks for late night talk show hosts, and ended up getting The Daily Show, which he ran for 16 brilliant years. And by golly, were those 16 memorable years if you ever got to watch him. And if you don't, there are clips, plenty of them, not just on YouTube, but on the Comedy Central site, that shows how awesome Jon Stewart is. But he leaves an impact. Whatever he does, there is a significant impact. Starting with the correspondents that came and went on his show. Namely Stephen Colbert, just to name a big star. They all came and got their start from being on that show. And they all have had some kind of success in one way or another. Colbert got his own show, which was produced by Jon Stewart, or was Jon Stewart's hands were involved with this one, before ultimately replacing Letterman on the late night show. Others have come and gone, like Steve Carell, and have spring boosted their careers into acting and all that kind of stuff in their own late night talk shows. That's how big of an impact Jon Stewart was. It's like the Bill Belichick or the Nick Saban coaching tree. You have one guy who brings all that success, and look what trickles down and down and down. They all get their opportunities and have all succeeded in this case. But it's not just the people that he's made an impact on in that perspective. I mentioned the 9/11, the first responders, and the impact that he's had, pushing for this bill to pass so 9/11 first responders can get the help they deserve. Hell, even my creator posted a tweet after the passing of Luis Alvarez. We need to do something to help them. Isn't the old saying, you do something good, good things should happen back? Nothing good has come back for these people who fought valiantly in that they were trying to find lost people, trying to rescue them from the destruction that was 9/11. And they paid the price for it long-term wise by breathing in that air. And now it's taking a toll on their bodies, and more of them are dying by the minute, and that needs to stop. Jon Stewart's been a huge impact in that role. He is pushed to get this bill passed. They were able to get it passed for 5 years, but now it's running out, and the money's running low, and Stewart, if you've not seen his speech on YouTube, you need to watch it, because it is an inspiring clip. It shows the passion that he has for these first responders, because he's a New Jersey boy. He knows what happens with New York. His show was based in New York. It was impacted. And he takes this by heart because this is a big deal. They need to be rewarded for the effort that they put in. They need to get the help that they need. And it sickens me, as much as it sickened Jon Stewart, that they're still struggling to find a way to help them. It's obvious. Help them. And Jon Stewart's done a hell of a job of making an impact on that. He's also made an impact elsewhere, like being on Crossfire, the long-time running CNN show, and the impact he had by being on that show. He said, enough's enough. You need to stop with this crap. And shortly thereafter, Crossfire got the boot. That's how big of an impact Jon Stewart is. He is a smart, funny guy, but he's also a passionate guy that will follow his core beliefs. And I believe that we need to support Jon Stewart and help the 9/11 first responders get the help that they deserve after what they did for all of us. And that should tell you what kind of an impact Jon Stewart is in a nutshell. He's had his own failures. He's overcome them. He's become a success, and he's helped so many people. And I feel Jon Stewart deserves the type of credibility that he should get. He is one of the best late night talk show hosts ever. He's also, to some degree, a humanitarian in that he's been helping push the 9/11 first responders. He has helped them in so much of an effort. He's made an impact with them. He's made an impact with other people in their lives. He needs to be recognized as an iconic figure that does so much good in the world. We need more people like Jon Stewart that has that combination of smart, funniness, and impactful, and passionate. People that are going to be able to help out and make a lasting impact on the world. And Jon Stewart definitely fits in that category. He has been unbelievable. I mean, I can't think of any more superlatives to describe this man. He is nothing short of spectacular. He's absolutely amazing, and there needs to be more of him in the world because, quite frankly, we don't have a lot of that going on right now. So if you ever get a chance to see Jon Stewart, tell him thank you. Thank you for making an impact. Thank you for making my day. If it's people like him that give us a reason to live. And we need to remember all this. I'm the CommanderZander, and Jon Stewart, you will always be remembered.